What's up, guys? Adam Ilsit here with Straight Yak coming to you from my garage. Welcome back to the channel here. Again, thank you for all those people who are commenting and subscribing to the channel. It means a ton to me. But today I want to do something a little bit different on the channel. I want to actually do a bait test for you within my own garage. And that obviously requires an aquarium and doing a tank test. It's something I've always wanted to do on this channel, and I think it's really important for us as competitive fishermen to be able to test our baits out when we're not actually fishing, so that we eliminate the time on the water and obviously build our confidence with the baits that we hold in our hands. So without further ado, guys, we're going to jump into a quick intro. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and then we're going to talk about the product that we're going to review here and test it inside the tank. Thanks for watching Straight Yak'd. All right, guys, so obviously you saw in the title, we're going to be testing out the brand new baits that came to Rapala late last year, and that's Crush City. And this is a whole new side of marketing and a whole new side of fishing techniques that Rapala has decided to jump into, and it's called Crush City. It's plastics, and everybody's been wondering when Rapala was going to start jumping into this side of the bait fishing market, or whatever you want to call it. And these guys decided to team up with one of the most elite bass fishermen in the world, and that is Jacob Wheeler. I love watching Jacob Wheeler on MLF. I think he's an amazing guy, number one. He's such a hard-working individual, and at the same time, the dude catches fish. So if he and the company, one of the most prolific fishing companies in the world, decided to team up to create a brand new plastic, I know it's going to be great. And I went out and I got some, but I know for you guys like me who are just normal blue collar Americans and, you know, getting taxed quite heavily these days, it's very difficult to kind of just splurge a little bit. And so we want to see how these baits work before we actually buy them. Well, that's why I decided to do a tank test here on Straight Yak, so you guys can decide if this is something that you want to do. We're going to be going over a couple of different baits, just sort of their three major ones, and I'm going to test them inside the tank, and then obviously you guys can decide if this is something you want to do, go with. I think they got a ton of different colors. You know, the profiles and the things that they've gotten into as far as plastics, as far as the different styles of plastics, are just, I think they're great. They're going to be a game changer for a lot of us who really want to be able to support a great company like Rapala, but at the same time being able to, you know, flip, Ned, use swim baits, fluke style fishing, trailers and things like that. Rapala now has that ability for us to support them as well. Anyways, so let me go grab a couple of these baits so you guys can see exactly what we're going to be focused on here today. All right, guys, here it is, Crush City. There are three baits here that I'm going to review. The first one is going to be the cleanup crawl. Now, I love having a bait and I keep my hand that I can flip in anytime I want when I come to some sort of structure, things like that. I love running football jigs and things like that. Anyways, the cleanup crawl is their creature style bait that obviously represents a crawdad. They have a couple other ones, but this one here just looks so awesome. There's these little leg appendages that when I saw the slow-mo video from Rapala, I watched it as it was falling down and they were shaking, and I was just like, oh my goodness, does that look good? So anyways, I got these baits and I was like, yeah, I gotta have them in my tackle box. Now the other one, I live in the northeastern part of the United States. Smallmouth is one of our biggest fish that we catch up here, and I gotta have a Ned. I gotta have a Ned that looks good, feels good, you know, does all the above. And so they come out with their Ned BLT. This is their version of their Ned, and it's nothing out of the ordinary. You know, it looks good, feels good. I haven't taken any of these plastics out of the bag, so we'll see how it actually feels in our hands later on in the video. But the actual BLT just looks like your normal like Z-Man TRD, getting your maybe like yum dingers and things like that. But it looks good. And hopefully it looks good inside the tank. And then the other one that we're going to be testing out, well, we're going to do it as well as good as possible, is the Mayor. It's a swim bait. This is only a 10-gallon tank, so it's going to be pretty hard to kind of move that thing around, but we'll try it out anyways. Hey, this channel ain't all professional. We're just going to try different things out. Anyways, this is their swim bait. This is their 4-inch, the Mayor. It's a swim bait that looks good, would be great for trailers on chatterbaits, jackhammers, things like that, spinner baits, and then obviously running them by themselves. So we're going to try them out here at the tank. So let's just jump into this, guys. I know this is what you've been waiting for. Let's jump into this tank test. All right. That's my setup right there, guys. Let's try it out. I bet you I could catch a bass on this right now. That'd be funny. All right. All right, guys, so that was the cleanup crawl from Crush City. Now we're going to work on the BLT. Let's go ahead. We're going to rig this up on a, I generally use weedless EWG Ned heads. They're from One Cast Fishing. I'll have a link in the description for that particular jig head, but we're going to go ahead and test this out now. right, guys, so that was the BLT. A ton of action. I love that bait right off the bat. That I'm excited to use. The same with the cleanup crawl. The cleanup crawl probably needs a little bit more of a water column, be able to really truly see that action, but it still looked great. And again, that Bama bug color is awesome. Now the last one, this one's going to be difficult. I don't know if it's going to work out, but we're going to see. And this is the Mayor in the swim bait. I know it's going to be difficult to do a swim bait in a 10-gallon tank, but we're going to try our darnest. Now, don't hate me. I'm using a Berkeley Fusion swim bait head. It's just the only one I had available right now. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and rig that up, and we're going to try this guy out. This is their Chartreuse Pearl. And yeah, so let's give it a shot. All right, guys, so that was the Mayor. That's their swim bait that they have from Crush City. And it was very difficult, obviously, to show you exactly what the action was like. But from the little subtle action that was created just in this short little, I don't know, maybe 20-inch range, there was a decent amount of action. And for that to have that in a swim bait, yeah, I'm super excited to be utilizing them. I will be putting those on the back of every, spinner bait and chatter bait that I have. So anyways, last but not least, guys, my review here, we're going to encompass around the durability. And I got the BLT right here, guys. We're going to go ahead and just do a simple little stretch test to see what it's like. Let's see what we can do here, okay? Let's see what the stretch durability test here, just like you would do with the Z-Man stuff, the Elastec stuff. Wow. The heck? What? What? Are you kidding me right now, guys? I mean, absolutely. I'm just checking to make sure that they didn't partner up with, Z-Man and doing, a lot like what Strike King did and get the rights to Elastec. Is this Elastec? Okay, well, the BLT seemed to be pretty tough, and I just did the swim bait and kind of broke. But that wasn't easy to do, though. I mean, the tail will eventually come off, I guess. So there's your swim bait. But I mean, still, okay, I got a little bit. All right, we're starting to get something. But the BLT, I don't know if it's just that profile that's keeping it together like that. Let's go clean up crawl. You know one of these legs are coming off. Yeah, okay, that wasn't terribly difficult. But, I mean, still very, very difficult to get off. That took a lot. Like, I'm sorry. I think I'm stronger than a bass. So it took a lot for me. It's going to be taking a lot from the bass. But, yeah, this plastic here, guys. For a second there, I thought it was like Elastec. When I went on a shot at the BLT, coming apart, man. Ow! Okay. A lot like the Elastec material. That is cool, though. You're going to be able to utilize these baits for long periods of time, guys. Which means it's going to be cheaper because you're not going to have to keep a ton in your boat. So durability-wise, these baits are insane. These are going to go really quick. Stock up now, guys. Trust me, these baits are awesome. If you want them in your tackle box, check them out at fishingonline.com or Rapala. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I think I've talked enough about that. You guys saw in the tank test what they're like. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching Straight Yak'd. Again, if you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button down below. Until next time, hopefully you get out in the water and get yacked. Thanks for watching Straight Yak'd.